Moon Mondays, it's that time again. Let's talk about unleashing your feminine power through astrology. I'm Sheridan, your go-to astrology life coach, sharing this week's woman-centered astrology, empowering you to use astrology to realize your potential. So we begin this week of November 4th with the waxing moon, right? Getting more light, growing moon in Sagittarius. The moon meets up with Venus today, which is a big event in the Venus cycle. So I want to talk about the Venus cycle for a moment. Each month, the waxing crescent moon comes to Venus. And this meetup each month signifies Venus moving through a gate, a specific chakra. This month, this moon and Venus meeting, we arrive at the heart chakra gate, right? This means we have a month of focusing on reclaiming the power of love for ourselves. A Venus Alchemy, which I teach with Kaylin Castell, we follow the oldest written myth humanity has, right? The first written story on those clay tablets from ancient Sumer in the Middle East. That story is about Inanna, the goddess Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. And we now know that Inanna is the planet Venus. So think about that for a second, right? The oldest myth we have written down is about our divine feminine planet, Venus, the goddess herself. How cool is that? So in the story, Inanna rises from the underworld and must go through 7 gates to reclaim her powers. She had to relinquish those powers on her journey down into the underworld through 7 gates, which happened in an earlier part of the cycle. We are currently in the part of the story where Venus is reclaiming her power at her heart chakra. We've reached the 4th gate on her ascent out of the underworld, and we're now at the heart chakra. So this offers an opportunity for all of us divine feminine women to reclaim our powers at our heart chakras as well, right? Yay, I'm so excited. I love this chakra, right? What's not to love about the love chakra? So I suggest taking this month to focus on reclaiming your divine love for yourself, like actively keep choosing that over this month. And I like to create little reminders for myself so I don't like forget where we're at. And so I put a green gem. I have this malachite crystal and a green candle on my altar. So each morning when I'm sitting in meditation or even when I'm just walking by, it reminds me like, oh yeah, we're in the heart chakra. Let's keep focusing on that for the month. Because it's easy to like set intentions or, do different things. And then like, oh, within like a day, it's just gone and out of our minds. So I'm a big fan of having like a touchstone, some kind of a reminder to help you stay focused on the energy that we're with right now. So also, if you have clear skies tonight or tomorrow night, go outside to see that new baby crescent moon close to Venus, right? It's so beautiful. It's so powerful to see. Share your intention for what you're reclaiming, your divine love for yourself to the moon and Venus in the evening sky. It's a little after sunset when you'll be able to see them. And it's just a powerful practice to go and connect with Venus and the moon and the sky. And it's a beautiful sight. So that's my suggestion. Tomorrow, the moon leaves Sagittarius and enters Capricorn, and we move from a fire sign moon into an earth sign moon. So my question to you is, how does that feel to you? What do you notice as we make this transition? Like what comes up for you, right? I'm always wanting to encourage all of us to connect to what do we feel with the astrology, because that's what's really true for us, right? Capricorn is a grounded energy with a focus on practicality and what works. It carries an ancient wisdom, like a grandmother who's been around the block lots of times and knows how to get things done. On Wednesday, the sun reaches 15 degrees of Scorpio, and we are exactly halfway through the season of fall in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern. We're at the exact midpoint between the September equinox and the December solstice. So this is considered the astrological point of Samhain, right? That Celtic holiday I spoke about last week in my Moon Mondays when I was talking about Halloween, because that's the popular time to celebrate Samhain. But astrologically, it's when we reach 15 degrees of Scorpio, when we're at that midpoint of the season. On Thursday, the moon meets with Pluto and then enters Aquarius. And this is a powerful point in the sky right now. Pluto is ending its time in Capricorn for good. It will move into Aquarius on November 19th permanently. The moon passing by this changing signs outer planet further activates Pluto's composting actions, transitioning from Capricorn into Aquarius, right? So just kind of that idea of what are we composting around like our structures and our foundations of Capricorn as we move into what will we be composting in Aquarius, which is like has that humanitarian focus as well as technology and kind of seeing that bigger picture, but also the shadow of that is like the detachment, right? That's what needs that composting of just like checking out, spiritual bypassing, right? These are all kind of shadows of Aquarius. So remember, Pluto's the planet that helps us to look at our shadow beliefs so we can heal them and grow and evolve, right? So my suggestion would be just feel into what this energy brings up for you today. The moon entering Aquarius can feel expansive, bring a wider view. We can often see a bigger picture, gain a little perspective. Aquarius helps us detach from the plugs we just keep plugging into to keep ourselves like overcharged and jacked up, right? On Friday, we have the waxing half moon, the first quarter moon in Scorpio. So the first quarter moon is our first check-in point after the new moon last week that was like at Halloween and Samhain, right? So how are your micro actions going? Are you taking that baby step towards your new moon intention you set last Friday? If so, do you want to keep going with that particular action for another week? Or if you haven't been able to keep that action, how do you need to shift your micro action for this week to come? Do you need to make any adjustments in order to keep moving yourself towards manifesting this new moon's intention you set for yourself, right? It's not about just setting intentions and then just like magically they happen and manifest for us. I think that's what there can be a little too much focus and emphasis on that magic part. It's really about setting an intention of what you want to focus on for the month, but then taking these baby steps on a weekly basis, taking real concrete, there's Capricorn action to making the intention come true for yourself. So I like the phases of the moon as those check-in points to see like, okay, how's the action I'm taking? Is that working? Do I need to adjust? Do I need to scrap it, change it all together, right? Sometimes after a week, we realize that intention is no longer truly in alignment with ourselves, right? We've been taking some action. We're like, oh, you know what? I don't actually want that. And we need to set an entirely new intention, right? A new focus. So that's what the first quarter moon energy offers you. In Scorpio, no less, it likes to dig deep. It wants to find where your power truly lies for you, right? That's what Scorpio is all about. We end the week with the moon moving into Pisces and then meeting with Saturn in Pisces. So this can enhance our ability to dream, but in a practical way, right? Saturn makes things attainable. Saturn gets a bad rap, but Saturn like really impacts like our real world, day-to-day world and helps us to really create and manifest what we want in our lives. Pisces is an emotional energy, right? It's a water sign. So let yourself feel your feelings that come up and dream. Your visioning is how you inspire yourself to make changes in your life. And changing your life with the moon is what I'm all about. If you want to learn more about creating your ideal life with the moon, you can grab my free guide, 3 Steps to Changing Your Life with the New Moon, at my website, SheridanSemple.com, or click the link below. See you next Monday when Venus moves into Capricorn and the moon meets with Neptune just before entering Aries once again. So comment below, ask me questions, like below if you feel so inspired. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a feminine empowered week.